Blues! Now, one thing I've got to say, at least for this episode of Academia, I think my favourite part of it was not the actual plus ultra part of it. I think it was more how it happened as he was now about to do it, is when you get to see All Might punching this fucking piece of shit Nomu like that, and he's throwing him to the ground while he's in midair, making a shockwave. Was hit so hard, gravity just bounced him back up, and he was just like goes and does a quick little speech, and then does the fucking go beyond your boundaries like that, plus. Like that, just fucking sends this guy Team Rocket style just straight out of there. You know, Nomu was going out there like Goofy as well, like going like just flying off to the distance. Yeah, the villains, they really was not expecting how powerful All Might actually is. So All Might had finally arrived, and he's saying, you know, when business is being started, when the tie is coming off, when he's ready to fuck everyone up, and like the ones everyone's like, oh, he isn't his happy smiley mood. He's like, no, he's pissed, and you can clearly see like how like fast and ridiculous like All Might is, as that he was just able to easily take out like these jobber villains, get Isaiah just straight out of there, pass him to the kids, and it's just like, yo, need to get you the fuck out of there. And he's like already says like, yeah, you in a fucking rough shape, and it's like everyone else was in that shape as well. It's like, because we couldn't do this, and everyone was like, yeah, All Might, you can do it, you're the only one, you know, that can say it. But although Deku was the one that's like, no, it's like, you know, there's a reason why he didn't turn up like immediately, and it's because like he's already going past like the limit that he's supposed to for like a hero, since he already used it all out for the first thing in the morning. And it's like, yeah, is he gonna be alright taking like care of something that is as powerful as him? Which they had a pretty clever idea. It's like the whole point of Nomu in the first place was just to restrain All Might, so they can have like the black hole shadow dude like just go there. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna close your door right up, and it's like, yeah, it's gonna feel disgusting, I'm gonna have blood and guts all inside of me, but I don't care and all that, you know, it's pot for a goal, and besides it's All Might, so I guess I take a bit of pride into that. So like I do appreciate like at least like Deku and all them try to go back and like rescue him, and it's just that point where like fucking Bakugo just comes going in, just go out of the fucking way, and just grabs the fucking guy, stomps him to the ground. Same thing with like Todoroki as well, like he comes in, taking care of that. It's just like, oh, and then the little one dude's like, hey, I didn't get anything to do. I tried to hit like that piece of shit fucking with all the like faces and all that, like going that. It's like, no. It's all about Todoroki, and now you can kind of see why I kind of like those two characters a lot, because they don't take action. I mean, you know, Deku, he tried to get in there, and it's like, he tried to do the same thing what he kind of did, like, which was a bit nostalgic, obviously, with the first episode, and just, like, you got, like, all the boys, like, there, the four, like, kind of main powerhouses out of, like, the entire group, just there, all squatting up, like that. It's like, right, let's go and fucking take this guy down. This is, like, you know, what we gotta do, and All Might, he can take care of Nomu, he can do all that shit, and All Might came up with a smart decision. It's like, you know, gotta really just try and take out, like, Nomu, and it's like, even when he took a blast out of it, because, like, Bakugo was on the side, it was just like, he got in there, and it's like, they cannot keep up with Nomu. Like, his speed is ridiculous, he has, like, the quirk of, like, regeneration, not to mention his shock absorption. Like, he can take any blast, like, you know, that was being given out to All Might, and then he had that, like, situation where he's just like, just kept punching him, like, throughout the entire, it's like 300 shots that he was doing to him, where it was just like, yeah, like, he can, like, take my shots and all that, like, at 100%, but it's like, it's cheesy as fuck when you think about it. It's like, oh, you can take my shots at 100%, but, like, go beyond my own limits and all that, and it's like, you know, that's a very shonen, like, sort of, like, you know, like, inspiring, like, hero and all that. It's like, we see a lot of characters like, no, I have to go throughout my entire limit, I have to break those limits, I have to break what I thought was the limit, and then it's just like, you know, and even with like Nomu, it's like, you know, with the shock absorption, there's a limit to it, so I have to keep doing it. And just him saying, like, you know, like when you had that really sick moment of like him grabbing the orb and all that, like, you know, the one all like that, it's just like, you know, go beyond your boundaries, and it's just like, he does the plus ultra as he's like, Nomu's not even on the ground yet, and just fucking sends the thing flying. Honestly, my only issue, like, with any of them here, and it's the same thing I had with the manga, is that Nomu's like, he's just a monster. That's all he is. Like, there's nothing really like interesting about him apart from the obviously like the boy Shigaraki. Like, there's only about him, and that's kind of a shame. I wish he had like a little bit more about Nomu, because like then it's just like at the end of the day, like All Might was just fighting a beast. That's all he was. It's like, I guess in some way, like obviously like it's kind of like how I've always had the depiction of it. Obviously, since I hadn't read like that many DC comics, but it's Doomsday to like All Might Superman. Like, it's like like with Doomsday is like for the majority of it, like I don't know if like Doomsday talks or not, apart from Gur and Break. Like it's just like that's all he is. He's just a monster, just to take. He's like he was made just to pretty much take down Superman. It's the same thing. It's like I don't know. It's just like I kind of like more of either like a psycho villain, kind of like how like Shokugeki is, like that boy, or just sometimes like, you just have that powerhouse that's like just such a tactician and clever. I like, which you know I do like these powerhouse like kind of villains and all that. It's just like I don't know. It's just at the end of the day, it's like you know not anything too interesting about Nomu as a character, although it was a gorgeously animated fight. Like I honestly really enjoyed it. They put a lot of effort, knowing obviously that this is the last, like, you know, the second to last episode that they're going to be doing, and it's like, especially with this, and it's like, I knew that this is where they're going to be putting the money out of this, like, out of the episodes that they were going to do, where they wanted to pour the money in, was definitely, like, this episode, the Bakugo versus Deku fight, and then probably a bit of the last episode as well, and knowing that exactly where it's going to be ending and all that, like, knowing where, like, the whole chapters is, you know, it's going to be good, and I think a lot of people are going to, like, look forward to, like how exactly it's going to be ending in, like, the last, like, you know, like, episode and all that. I think, like, you know, a lot of people are probably going to be very tempted now to, like, read the manga at this point, and I think, you know, after, like, what just happened in, like, the manga, I think a lot of people are going to be really enjoying this, like, after what's been going on the manga, because the manga just recently ended an arc which was pretty emotional at the end, so I'm looking forward to seeing, like, probably seeing a bunch of people in the comment section down below saying, like, yo, I call up to Academia now they're, like, you know, now the anime's over, I can't wait and all that. And yeah, it's just showing that, you know, they're desperately trying to get a season 2 out of this show, considering, like, you know, as like I've said many times before with the pacing and everything, but now, like, since they're kind of off the reins, they can end off with, like, exactly where they want to, but now they had so many chapters left behind, it's like, yeah, we can finally do this. It's just that, and just knowing that All Might at the end of it was just like, he was able to, like, in his prime, able to do that in 5 hits, take out something like Nomu, but now it took him more than 300, and he planned every single hit. You know, there was a lot of stuff to it, and it's just like, I'm very much looking forward to, you know, like, the last episode, seeing that we're going to be getting, and maybe we might get a season 2 like teaser. That's all I'm really looking forward to if we do get that. But honestly, like, the fight itself, like, if I was just had to rate the fight itself, I'd have to give it a fucking 10. Like, that was a really fantastically animated, and this is why I really do like Bones, when they really put in their, like, effort and all that. Like, they definitely put that effort into the show, and it looks honestly fantastic. Me personally though, like I said, like, Nomu, I think, like, the only negative to it is that just, nope, that's all Nomu is. Nomu's just Doomsday. That's all he is. He's just like a dumb monster. And he's got no personality. And I think it would have been interesting if it was like someone on that caliber of All Might, like, that was actually, you know, very smart and intelligent. And I know a lot of people might say, well, the manga, like, you know, but it's like, I'm talking like, mainly just as an anime experience, like, coming into it. But honestly, like, I'd probably say this is probably the, like, one of the best episodes of Academia. If not, I'd give this a 9.5 to probably a 10 out of 10 like that. I think it was a really fantastic episode. I think a lot of people were really waiting for this moment. I think they got paid off. So, you know, like, they're definitely looking forward to this, and I think, like, a lot of, like, fans as well got a lot of enjoyment out of this. And me especially as well, I absolutely adored that last moment. I thought that was really good. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think about this Academia episode? And are you going to be looking forward to the last episode of Academia? I'm very curious to see if they are going to include a teaser for season 2. We'll honestly have to wait and see. But that's all for me. Thank you much for watching. As always, you enjoy Academia as much as I do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We also talk about the manga chapters as well. Like, over here, people are on chapter 96, 97 of the manga right now, currently. But that's all for me. Thank you much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.